Hey guys, Quantum Light here. So I was thinking about the OCG exclusives that are going to be coming out in the Duelist Alliance, which is Star Staros, Numbers, as well as Heroic Challengers. Now, just like the other exclusives, we won't be getting them for who knows how long, but it started to make me wonder that what other decks are going to be getting exclusives. Overall, I really hope that this exclusive craze stops becoming a thing after a while because, we need stuff too. So I wanted to do this little video for you guys indicating that these are the decks that I actually think deserve a little something more. Now, these are just decks that I just pulled out of my stash over here, and I wanted to showcase them for you guys, so maybe there might be some hope for them. Also, I just came up with these off the top of my head, so if I'm missing any more, then, just leave it in the comment section below, and I'll do another one, because I'm going to try to do this as a video series. Maybe. I'm not sure yet, but let's just see how this one goes. Alright guys, let's get started. So the first deck that I actually think deserves a little something more are Penguins. My god, that is a... yeah, it's a pretty messed up card. So yeah, Penguins. As you guys can see, that they have some supports, and it's been coming out for years already. And it makes me wonder that, what is it that they're missing? Like, that could be along the lines of maybe a boss monster, like maybe a synchro or an exceed. Maybe not a synchro. I don't think there is any Penguins that are tuners. Maybe an exceed will do, or maybe a fusion. I could see Penguins topping right now, like, oh god, the saltiness. I don't know, maybe they might do well as an Exceed variant, because a lot of Penguins do have, levels that are 2, maybe even 3, but more along the lines of 2. I think it goes something like detach one overlay unit, special summon a Penguin monster from your hand, or maybe from the deck, but most likely the hand and face down defense. And if you have a face down defense monster, your opponent cannot select this card as an attack target. That doesn't seem too broken, don't you think? So yeah, since majority of Penguins are level 2, maybe they might get a rank 2. Like, I just hope it's... I don't think they're going to do this, but maybe I hope they do. And if they actually do go through with it, then let's just not have, like, 3 level 2 monsters or 3 level 2 Penguins, or just make it 2 level 2 Penguins, or just 2 level 2 monsters. Make it generic per its summoning, at least. Alright, the next deck is Raccoons, actually. Can you guys hear? Yeah, you can. Alright, Raccoons, I think they're missing something like a boss monster. I mean, yeah, they had this Exceed right over here, number 64, but they need something more. Now, the boss monster doesn't really have to be, an Exceed. It can be just a regular effect monster that could be in the main deck. It can be like somewhere around 2,500 attack points. It can be like level 6 or 7. And it can be special summoned by tributing at least 2 Raccoon monsters on the field. Maybe from your hand, but most likely on the field. It doesn't even have to do anything on the field. Like, if it dies, if it dies by card effect, not by battle. Like, let's have it have, like, a small amount of attack points. Not that much, like around 25 area. And if it dies by a card effect, then just special summon, or maybe add. It could be, like, a double-edged sword here. Like, you can just add a Raccoon monster from your graveyard to your hand, or just special summon one from the graveyard. Overall, I think that's the kind of boss monster that Raccoons would, have justice for. Alright, next deck is Traptrix. Now, Traptrix, as we all know, is more of an engine than a deck. That's why we have the hands in there too. And even the hands, despite being an engine, they have a boss monster of their own. They have an Exceed of their own. Like, they have a Searcher, which is fire and ice. They have a Stun, which is Magic Hand. And they even have a Summoner for themselves, which is Prominence Hand. And the boss monster, as well as the Chaos version of itself, is number 106 and Chaos 106. Now, a deck that small actually has a whole lot of support going for it, but Traptrix seems to be, like, not up on their league, which is probably the reason why the hands have moved on over there. Now, Traptrix, they have their own little surprise in Atrax. They have a summoner, a revival in DNA, and a searcher with Mermelio. They even have a little wall in Nepenthes. I mean, they even have their own spell and trap support, and that's another thing I forgot to mention. Maybe Raccoons, and even, what was the other one? I think it was Penguins. Maybe they might deserve a little bit some spell and trap support as well. Maybe like a Searcher or something. But Traptrix right here, they already have enough of that, but what they need is an Exceed version of their own. I mean, if they can revive level 4s, with DNA, then they might as well get an Exceed. Have it be their boss monster too. And maybe the Exceed can be just this one big trap hole. Just some kind of trap hole where it can just trap monsters altogether. I think the effect would have something like detach one overlay unit and just ban it, as well as banish a trap hole card from your graveyard, and that monster's effects become that card's effects. I really hope Konami does this one. The fact that it has it can have, or it should have, a Phantom of Chaos effect, like, that seems That's impressive. No, seriously, imagine it right now. Imagine just banishing Bottomless from your graveyard, and your opponent is going to be stuck there for like one turn, at least. Like, that could halt your opponent. And as far as its attacks go, like, since you want to be able to pull off that effect, I think it should be like around the 2200 area. And as far as spell and trap support go, I don't think trap tricks really need it, and they already have trap support, I mean, you know, with the trap holds. Next deck, Spirits. Yes, they are in need of an Exceed as well. It doesn't even have to be a boss monster. I'm pretty sure their boss monster is either Dark Dust Spirit or Yamato no Kami, but even so, they really do need an Exceed. The deck can already do level 4, rank 4 plays. I mean, why not? However, I am on the rocks on this because with the fact that it's an Exceed, wouldn't it be contradicting in a way because, you know, Spirit monsters go back to the hand? I mean, imagine this Exceed going back to the extra deck. Now, this one should specifically say 2 level 4 spirits, and it should be around the 2500 area. Maybe 2450. As far as its effects go, maybe it could, you know, bump out Izanami, but I wouldn't be too sure of it because this is the only effect that I could think of that could fit the theme for spirits here. It could be somewhere on the lines of it could have 2 different effects, like detach an overlay unit once per turn, target 1 spirit monster on the field. It doesn't have to be, you know, bounced back to the hand, or just detach an overlay unit and just add one spirit monster from your graveyard back to your hand. If this card was actually made, this could really help out the deck a whole lot more. Like, it's already good enough on its own, but maybe it could use a little bit of a boost, and this could really help them out. But you never know. With Konami, you never know. We already know what the OCG exclusives are, but what about the TCG exclusives? And the last deck that I think needs some more support, at least one more card, is Gimmick Puppets. Now, there's an anime card called Gimmick Box, and I think that that would be good for the deck, but what could be just as good, maybe if not better, would be a Searcher. Now, I've heard it all from Gimmick Puppet players, as well as from myself and from my brother, because, you know, he's got the deck too. Like, this deck needs a Searcher. If Chronomalies have their own Stratos, then every deck deserves their own Stratos. Oh my god, imagine Fire Fists with their own Stratos. Oh wait. Yeah, Puppets need their own Stratos, or just a regular Searcher, because they don't have much of a Searcher. I think the closest one they have is Gear Gigan X. But then again, the Gimmick Puppets came from Zeo, so therefore maybe Konami might make some OCG imports in the following set, which is, I think it's called Next Challengers. Who knows, maybe they might give us a Searcher right there. Just hopefully not a Stratos. And don't screw it up, because we know Konami doesn't really give Gimmick Puppets that much justice here. Guys, thanks for watching. And if you have any decks that you think deserve a little bit more support from Konami, then let me know in the comment section below. But I gotta say this, and I'm sorry to say this, but Bujins, Fire Fists, Mermails, they're automatically disqualified. I mean, you know, they need more support like Lindsay Lohan needs another drink. Just let me know if you want me to talk about any decks that need more support. Alright, thanks for watching, guys, once again, and I'll see you in the next video. This is Quantum Knight 62, and it's lights out.